I just reread the Eternity Devil incident in Chainsaw Man, and as I was reading it, something struck me as rather interesting, that being the fact that the Eternity Devil contained a piece of the Gun Devil's flesh which gives any devil an increase in strength. Then I remembered how power was revived by eating the flesh of Pochita. Metaphorical or otherwise, it takes my interest that by consuming the flesh of other devils, particularly devils of interest like the Gun Devil and the Chainsaw Devil, a devil's power can increase independently from the increased presence of fear they represent within the human consciousness. So, this video is about discussing this interesting little tidbit of world building that has been added in for us and consider what it might mean for the future of the story as a whole. First, going over what we know so far, which is actually precious little about how this system actually works. What we do know is that the flesh of devils of a certain power level, the two devils mentioned thus far to grant this boost in power as it seems, are the notorious Gun Devil, who in of itself was responsible for the most deaths in the entire series to date, absolutely no contest, and was for a time thought to be the end boss of the series. The other devil with this affect is the Chainsaw Devil. Pochita, if you will, a devil seemingly with the unique ability to not only kill and consume other devils but to erase the source of the fear that birthed them to begin with, to the point that the entire history of Chainsaw Man's world and its very foundational laws of physics can be altered by this process. The only thing that these two devils seem to have in common is the fact they are both absurdly powerful and they represent a physical item, guns and chainsaws respectively. I doubt the fact them representing physical items has much in the way of altering this, so instead focusing on the power aspect. Why are these two devils in particular so powerful? For the sake of the Gun Devil, the answer is quite obvious. It is the fear of that which it embodies, and because of the incident involving it and the terrorism involving guns, the power has only continued to grow over time. The Chainsaw Devil, however, is an interesting case, as it seems despite the diminishing amount of fear with regards to Chainsaw, by consuming Pochita flesh, power was still able to regenerate from nothing but the remnants of blood within Denji's veins, and in a full devil form to boot, indicating that for whatever reason, Pochita has a level of powerful equal to or surpassing that of a Gun Devil, fueled by a world's worth of fear just inherently. Could it be that by consuming and erasing devils, Pochita has gained an increase in power as well? Is that the reason that the Chainsaw Devil, who by all rights shouldn't be one of the biggest and scariest devils, is so powerful? Because he has consumed so many devils over time and that has allowed him to become stronger? Who knows, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to discuss the implications of this knowledge we possess and how it might affect the future of the story. Starting off with the fact that this provides a means for devils and by extension Denji to power up without causing a massive eruption of fear over their representation. If that remains consistent, then I could see Fujimoto going down a very dark path, where Denji is forced to consume a powerful devil which he has come to befriend and trust so that he can survive, so that he can win against a greater foe. For instance, I could see how Denji might venture into hell for one reason or another, be it to seek out power or something completely different, and along the way he slowly loses every ally who accompanied him as he has to consume them so as to be strong enough to face the next threat, giving us a slowly shrinking cast until it's only Denji, alone in hell. That certainly sounds like something that could happen. We have also seen Denji consume a powerful devil in the form of Makima. If there was going to be any devil with an incredible powerful body, then it would be her. We don't get to see him fight after this point in the series, yet so we have no idea of the implications this might have had upon his combat capacity. He could very well have had a boon in strength from this. We could see him pulling out things, which were formerly only shown in his berserker state, although unless stated we could just assume this is the result of him becoming more familiar with the abilities he already possesses. But if we are to move away from powering up Denji for a moment, and instead consider him a meal of sorts, we have already seen that several devils have wanted to get their hands on Chainsaw Man's heart, or rather Pochita, who is the Chainsaw Devil. Probably for this very reason, if Denji is to actually step foot into hell, he is very likely jumping headfirst into the frying pan as he becomes a target of devils who want to increase their power by consuming him. Honestly, hell could just be a blood orgy of devils consuming one another, That would certainly explain the fear of being in hell if you're always at risk of being eaten by a stronger devil seeking even greater strength. However, with regards to all of this, it's assuming that a devil's flesh retains its strength after the devil has been killed. We can assume that it does as to why everyone was trying to take the chainsaw's heart, because even if he died the heart would be useful to them. Otherwise I can't really understand why the Eternity Devil and many other devils would take such an interest in it, and go so far for it. But that's all I wanted to say about this topic, a short little video made for the sake of something of interest. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your own thoughts and theories on the topic. The more discussion we can get going the better. But regardless, I've been the Anonymous Weeb and I wish you a good day or night wherever you are. And if you're feeling generous, why not subscribe? I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers before the end of the year. But with that said, see you around.